Hello, one and all. This is Espionic.
And this is just Power 4. Let's dance, boys.
Oh my god. This Smash 4 presentation was just... Oh my god, I don't think people were expecting what had transpired during this thing. This was the very last video presentation for Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS and Wii U, and my god. I mean, the fact that they started out with announcement for Corrin from Fire Emblem Fates, I don't think anybody saw that coming at all. And you know what's kind of funny? I always liked Corrin's design when they first showed it off in one of the trailers for Fire Emblem Fates, and I always thought it would be cool to see Corrin in Smash Bros. And I thought, hey, maybe we'll see him / her in the next Smash Bros. Game, but then it was like, nope, we're gonna have Corrin before you even get Fire Emblem Fates in the West. I mean, I love how Corrin is essentially the Roy of this game, introduced in Smash Bros. Before the game he was supposed to be introduced in.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, actually.
I mean, I bet people were upset that we have yet another Fire Emblem character. Sakurai loves Fire Emblem. That's the... I think there's no debate about that. But...
Well, Marvel's supposed to be in the original 64 Smash Bros. Apparently.
Yeah. But Corrin looks very different from any Fire Emblem character. She looks sick, and I'm saying she because I play as a female one because female. I mean, the dragon transformation moves are definitely unique. I especially love the counter surge. and I really like Corrin's Final Smash too as well. What did you think of Corrin?
It was pretty crazy when I saw Corrin. I was like, the first time I was like, wait. When I saw them show that one of the premises of Fire Emblem Birthright or Conquest, where you chose to go like, you can choose to go with Hoshido, go with, what was the other one, the more military? Noir?
Or Noir?
Yeah.
It's spelled N-O-H-R, I'm not entirely sure.
Or
I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but yeah.
Refuse to decide, or you can say D. I'm gonna go with Smash Bros.
Or C, do the Hokey Pokey.
I'm not sure what doing the Hokey Pokey will get you.
I do really like that they included the theme song to Fire Emblem Fates, Lost in Thoughts All Alone. I always really liked that song whenever... I think it was used in the very first trailer, and I like a really epic sounding version of it, and I always really liked the song, so I'm glad it's in the game. And they even have trophies for Ryoma and Xander from Fire Emblem Fates as well, which I think is a nice addition.
For the 3DS version, because this game's on the 3DS.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was a pretty nice, unexpected announcement. I mean, I know it's another Fire Emblem character, but he/she looks pretty different from the rest, so I don't think people... I don't know how people have responded to Corrin, because it's like... It's another sword user, but it's definitely not like any other, so... But then they went to Cloud and gave full details on Cloud about how he can charge his limit break and use it to strengthen his special moves. And for his down special, at first, it charges the limit break, but then when you fully charge the limit break, it then becomes finishing touch. I love the look of that move, by the way, where you pretty much demolish everything that's near you.
So you find out it only does 1% damage.
Yeah.
The key was to not just... The key is that it launches.
Yeah. It only does 1% damage, but it launches really, really, really well. You know, looking at the designs of both the Final Fantasy VII and the Advent Children one, I actually like the Advent Children one more.
Honestly, I kind of do too, but that's just because of me seeing it in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that one more. It's kind of weird.
Mainly because of what they used in Kingdom Hearts is weird. They just took like I think they took Vince's design and just put it in Cloud and Vince's costume, I think.
Anyway, can we agree that Midgar is the best looking stage in the entire game?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I love the summons and how you can have them on your side. I would say Odin and Bahamut Zero are probably my favorites just from the looks of them. What about you?
Odin's my favorite because Zantatsuken for life.
And the stages even in the 3DS version as well. And by the time we're recording this, Cloud and Midgar are now available for download.
And thus the Nintendo eShop crashed that day. This probably won't ever be the same.
I also really love his poster of him versus Link, so Sakurai watches Screw Attack confirmed.
Yeah, I guess that's the only way to think about it.
Because he made a point of pointing that out.
Or maybe people in Japan were also fans of that. Like.
So next, they actually showed off the final wave of the fighter costumes. We had the Chocobo hat, of course, and so it's some really nice looking ones too. Like
Knock Knuckles.
I was going to save them for last, but fine. Tails and Knuckles. I'm really glad that they got costumes. Tails was one of my top 5 choices to have in the game, but I'm glad that he at least got a costume.
Yeah.
But the costume that actually surprised me the most was Geno from Super Mario RPG.
And of course they played Beware the Forest Mushrooms when you see him.
Yeah. Because that song is pretty much the... It's like what Gusty Garden is to Super Mario Galaxy, or Bramble, or Stickerbush Symphony is to the Donkey Kong Country series. It's like that song that people remember from that game.
Mainly because one of the premises was you had to follow Geno to find your way for the forest maze.
You know, to be perfectly honest, I've never really liked the idea of him as a playable character. To me, he always seemed like... I don't understand why people were like, oh, he should be in the game. To me, he seems like the most random choice of Mario characters ever.
And even dead, people will go on and say there's too many Mario characters. They say, you know who she needs to be in a Super Smash Bros? Another Mario character.
Yep. I mean, Square Enix does own the rights to him, but...
And that's why...
he's still a Mario character, too.
Even if he's discredited at the end of Superstar Saga, he's still a Mario character. Even though Square Enix is credited, still a Mario character.
Yeah, but... Anyway, I'm pretty sure they knew that he was kind of a popular choice, and I thought they gave him some sort of love. They have the bionic armor, which looks really cool.
Looks like Federation Force.
I knew you were going to bring that up. Anyway, the Takamaru outfit, I like that. I love that outfit, actually.
Takamaru, of course, the samurai from the Mysterious Murasame Castle that only showed up in Japan.
Until, like, last year.
Until, like, last year, they put it on the Nintendo eShop.
The 3DS eShop.
Yeah, specifically the 3DS eShop.
They have Ashley from WarioWare. She looks nice. And Gil from the Tower of Druaga. I've never heard of
this. Is a Namco game. Tales of Symphonia actually makes a few references to it.
Oh, okay. I thought you would know what it was because I've never heard of it.
Like an item that gets you through the Temple of Darkness in Symphonia is, I'm pretty sure that's the reference to Tower of Druaga, because I'm pretty sure Tower of Druaga is some Namco Bandai thing.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. You know, I have a feeling that a lot of these Mii costumes were people wouldn't be surprised if these were choices that people voted for, and these were like very popular ones like Geno, King K. Rool, Tails, Knuckles, Lloyd. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that was the case.
And I decided to vote for Halucha.
But yeah, the character who actually won the battle. You know, during her trailer, when I saw the shot of the moon and heard a sexy voice saying, "Oh, another angel," I yelled out the words, "No way!" I knew immediately that it was Bayonetta, and I was absolutely stunned by this announcement. I'll go as far to say that she and Palutena were the characters that I've been the most hyped for from their trailers out of the 21 new characters that have been introduced in this game. I mean, having Bayonetta interact with Pit, Palutena, and Dark Pit was so funny and equally surreal. I loved this trailer so much. I mean, I was so amazed by Bayonetta being in the game, I kept yelling out, "No way! How is this possible? This can't be happening!" And I wasn't even paying attention to Sakurai's breakdown of her. So, what was your reaction?
Well, players will finally get to see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
But yeah, she looks like the way she is in this game. She pretty much, it's like what Sakurai's done with pretty much every character. The way she attacks is pretty much how you expect it in Bayonetta. You can essentially combo with her like you do in the Bayonetta games. Her combos are a bit slow to start, like they actually are in the game, and I know this from experience because if you aren't prepared for that, the game will punish you severely. But even like you can continue to attack with her guns if you hold down the attack button, just like you do in the games. She has her Wicked Weaves as smash attack. She has Witch Time as a down special. They even incorporated the Bat Within, which is an upgrade you can get in the first Bayonetta and maybe Bayonetta 2. I haven't played it yet, but I'm probably gonna fast track playing it soon after this. Her sides and up specials, they look absolutely ridiculous. You can actually immediately move after her using her Witch Twist up special, which sounds broken.
I don't think they'll let you spam it that though.
No, did you see the trailer though? She uses Witch Twist, can jump, and then use it again. She isn't left helpless like with pretty much every other up special for all the other characters. But yeah, I also love her final smash, the Infernal Climax. It looks so freaking awesome.
Where she summons one of the main demons you get to use to finish off enemies in Bayonetta.
Yeah, the attention to detail with her was really well done. The way she poses, the way she walks, butterflies appear when she lands on the ground, roses surround her whenever she takes damage, she has those magical circle effects when she jumps or uses her guns. She shows her butterfly wings when she does a double jump. She even has Madame Butterfly's shadow in the Wii version, which was, I didn't even think they would go that far. Also, I'm so glad they have both her Bayonetta 1 and 2 design. Which one do you like more?
Well, a lot of people said they never liked the first design.
Really?
Yeah, I heard a few people say they never liked the first design, while everyone liked the second one more.
Well, when I was first hearing about Bayonetta 2 and I saw the Bayonetta 1 design like more carefully, I think I preferred the Bayonetta 2 design, but after beating Bayonetta 1, I've kind of grown a fondness for the original. So I probably would like go between either one of them depending on my mood, kind of like how I do with say Luigi or Mario, I would usually play as with their regular costumes, but a lot of times I go with the flower outfit as well. So it feels like that sort of thing where I wouldn't necessarily like choose one over the other a whole lot. I would try to like use them equally. But I'm really glad they have both of those designs. And she even has the Umbra Clock Tower as a stage too, which is the first place you essentially get to play in the original Bayonetta. It looks really cool. What do you think about it?
There's that part where you feel like, yeah, it's that kind of game where you think like, oh well, is this like the last? This is like the last level? No, this is the first one.
I mean, you know, it's not as outwardly visually stunning as Midgar, but I love how it looks, and I'm pretty excited for the music they have for the stage too. Because I've really gotten into some of the songs from Bayonetta.
But I didn't see Fly Me to the Moon, but mainly because...
That's probably because of copyright. Probably.
Yeah.
I love that they also have trophies for Jean, Rodin, and Cereza as well.
But not Luca. What about Luca?
What about it?
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's apparently that our little buddy Enzo.
But yeah, this is also freaking cool, and the fact that she was a Smash Ballot winner blows my mind. I would not have guessed that she would be the winner. I thought King K. Rool was a shoo-in. I saw so many people say, like, Shovel Knight, Shantae, King K. Rool, those were the three characters that I saw the most whenever people were asked, like, who did you vote for? And people have been gunning for K. Rool for such a long time, too. I mean, Bayonetta was #1 in Europe, she was in the top 5 in the US, and #1 worldwide among negotiable and realizable characters. That's insane to me. I would never have guessed that. And I mean, I didn't vote for her. I voted for Dixie Kong. I mean, I've wanted Dixie Kong in the game since Melee, but I'm not upset about this at all. Bayonetta was in my top 5 choices. I would say like second or third along with Tails, so I'm super happy to see her in the game. What about you?
I voted for Halucha, and because there was a wrestler in all of us, but hey, Bayonetta suplex Angel, so close enough.
So you aren't upset?
No.
It seems like it's the reaction to her is almost entirely binary. Either people absolutely love this or they're angry beyond belief. It's like whenever Nintendo gets in bed with Bayonetta, people just get super salty.
Yeah. That Nintendo's the reason why a sequel even happened. People get mad because the Wii U is weak and it totally can't do anything.
I mean, yeah, just going back to that, like, this event, having her in this game is one of the most remarkable things I've ever seen in my entire life. Because Bayonetta went from being almost dead in the water to being saved by Nintendo when they announced Bayonetta 2 as a Wii U exclusive back in 2012, and now 3 years later she's immortalized alongside the likes of Mario, Link, Sonic, Pikachu, Mega Man, Pac-Man, Ryu, Cloud. Yes, I mean, I'm so freaking happy for Hideki Kamiya and Platinum Games for them to have one of their characters honor like this. This is really amazing,
and not just wonderful 101 trophies.
I mean, I remember back in 2013, I think Hideki Kamiya was interviewed about the prospect of having Bayonetta in Smash Brothers, and he said he would feel honored if it happened. I really wonder what it was like for him when, like, he and Sega were, like, asked about, like, having her in the game. What do you think?
I think their heads might have exploded. Like,
but yeah, this final video presentation ended with a bang. This was amazing. We have so many songs, so many stages, and a grand total of 58 characters.
I don't know what there's supposed to be less than Brawl. He said it's supposed to be less than Brawl. And even
remember when we predicted 64 characters? So
yeah. Because we jokingly said, because even then, if you remove the DLC characters, there's still way more characters than in Brawl.
This game is now being in the process of finally being completed, and man, this is a journey following the news and announcements for this game, and now it's announced over. I mean, if you could go back to E3 2013 when the game was being shown for the first time and you told people, hey, Mario, Sonic, Mega Man, Pac-Man, Ryu, Cloud, and Bayonetta are all gonna be in this game, you'd be laughed all the way out of the convention.
You're crazy.
I don't think anybody would have guessed that the game would end up as unbelievable as it has. So, do you have any final thoughts?
We learned one lesson that pit politics to heart, that you don't fuck with.
And on that note, I think we should end it off here. This has been Espionic.
This is Yoshi Power 4, transcending history in the world.
And we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.